Yes, this is stop orders. Stop orders. I just put together this chart. This was a chart last week on Friday. I was trading VVUS. Here's a level that I was looking at on the chart. It's about 40 cents, 940. I was short the name, made some money early, got squeezed out, watched the stock, found this level at 40 cents, couldn't go through once, couldn't go through twice, half a blip out, continued to break lower, then it went down to 35 as the resistance, developing a nice downtrend. I'm not usually a big candles guy, but here's a big red candle showing some downward momentum in it, continued to break lower, and never showed any signs of life for 60 cents. I made a couple $1,000s on this trade. It was a great opportunity to really seize the chance as these things kept forming more and more resistance points, more and more downward momentum. And I'm looking here. Here's one at 35 cents. Here's another one down here where it broke the support at 25. Here it starts forming in the low 20s, a resistance point. Again here at 9.10, 9.11. I remember I was shorting pretty aggressively over there. And then it continued to break lower for then $9 even became another resistance point. What's my point? Why does it say stop orders? Guys, understand this mentality. Put on a position and use a stop to protect yourself. There are many traders I run into all over Wall Street still not putting in stops. Still not putting in stops on every trade. Still being selective where they put in stops. This is where your advantage is, guys. You get a great price off. You get something off here in the low 40s. And I remember I was short about 44 cents or so, somewhere in the low 40s. And you get short and you say, okay, I'm going to put in a stop above 40 cents or above 45 cents. Never happens. What do? Go get a cup of coffee. Put on a trailing stop. Continue to add stops the whole way down. Maximize your winner. Minimize your loser. Always be able to lock in profit this way. Close out your position. Come back and say, oh, you know what? I had a 10-cent trailing stop on this thing. Barely, I don't even think it breaks out of a 10-cent trailing stop for a full 80, 70 cents or 75 cents. On an $8 stock, it's a 9% move. You keep your money in the bank these days at 1%. Here's a 9% move between the time of 9:40 and 10:30. 10-cent trailing stop, guys. Use the words. Use the idea. Use the mentality what I'm thinking. Use the mentality what successful traders do and think and show and put out there and give it to you to talk. Put it in at the right level. Make sure you always have a good risk-reward. Trailing stops and trailing stops is a whole lesson on its own. We got about 3.5 more minutes, so I'm going to move on.